this is Michael from the Finite Beings, and you can catch our single Spirit Driven right here on Smile Radio or at thefinitebeings.com.
Ah, yes, England, known for many things.
Yes, you know, fish, chips, cup of tea, bad food, worse weather, Merry f***ing Poppins, London.
Well, I say, old chap, well, let us prove you wrong here at Smile Radio, home of the best Britpop from all of the UK. You can catch it now between 3 and 4 p.m. every weekday here on Smile Radio, home of the Britpop Brigade. What-o, party on, dude.
If you like your chat hard and heavy, it's now time for the GameboyZ Get on Smile Radio. So sit back and join in the banter as the GameboyZ
Get Zombiefied.
Yes, welcome. It is Wednesday night here at Smile Radio. Bear with me just a sec. I'm going to do this. I've done it without noise as well. I've had to move the mic. So yeah, welcome to the GameboyZ Get here on Smile Radio. A weekly sort of talk-esque kind of show. There's me and 3 clowns that I'm going to bring in very, very shortly. I'm sure they love that comment. But yeah, I'm going to bring them in very, very shortly. We're going to discuss the zombie apocalypse this evening. That's right, the zombie apocalypse. So if you want to get involved in the conversation, join us on Facebook at Smile Radio Yorkshire. Join us on Twitter at Smile Radio 3. Let us know what your zombie plans are, because, you know, this is what tonight is all about. Now, without further ado, I am going to bring in the GameboyZ, kicking it off with Mr. Jonathan Edwards. How are you doing, Johnny?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you feeling a bit envious there? It's because you keep turning up late, Jam. You know, Johnny. I've got to kick Johnny in because he's always here on time. How you doing, Jam? Anyway,
late. I wasn't late today. I was like 4 hours early.
I know you was 4 hours. I'm even shocked because you'd even had your dinner before we got started. Do you know who the late starter was this week, though?
Yeah, pipe down.
You know who the real late starter was this week? Is Military Mark. You know, the guy that we didn't think.
Actually, I was technically on time.
Well, he's technically on time, but you were supposed to technically be like a no-show. Oh, hi, Mark. You know, but yeah. So, lads, we're talking zombie apocalypse tonight. First of all, the main question being, I'll start with Jam, so he doesn't feel left out that he hasn't been called up first. Jam, have you got your zombie apocalypse plan already? Like, are you in the event of a zombie apocalypse Brexit? Are you all planned and ready to go with the zombie plan? Have you got Plan Z ready?
Doesn't every gamer?
Good lad, that's what I like to hear. Over to you, Johnny. Same with you. I'm guessing you've got your gamer-esque plan ready for the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, and Military Mark, of course, being in the military and all, I'm guessing that they're prepping you for this sort of stuff already, and you know you've probably stepped through a couple of them classes.
I'll be honest. I'll just go with the flow.
You just go with the flow.
Turnley's dead.
Yeah, that's it. So before we even start this scenario this evening, we've got 2 survivors of the scenario with Johnny and
I've got the guns.
Jam. Yeah, he's got the guns, but it's all about getting to him. So, you know, we'll throw out some music first of all, and then we're going to get into the questions this evening and play out the scenarios a little bit and see how you get on, because, you know, we've got to talk about the other big thing this year, which is 4 nights, 4 guys, 4 challenges, and 4 bands. So, you know, we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight. We've got an action-packed show, to be fair, to be lined up for an hour and a half, and we're going to talk a little about...
I'm saying this now, though. I'm staying in a different room than Jam.
Why? Is there any particular reason why you're staying in a different room from Jam? What's that all about, you know? Jam, is there
one before?
Yeah, exactly. Is there something we should be knowing about, like, you know, what's the dealio here?
Yeah. I feel sorry for who I was asleep in that room.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm going to have my own room anyway, so yeah, screw you guys. But yeah, we're going to kick it off. This is one of Johnny's selections from the playlist this evening. Good old Johnny, he's got all hooked up with the Spotify and he's banging me playlists together a little bit. So I throw in a few of the unsigned numbers and he throws in a few of the numbers that you knew. So the first one on the list this evening is we've got a bit of the White Stripes. This is from the album Elephant and yeah, 7 Nation Army. Gonna get ready to get zombified with the GameboyZ this Wednesday night on Smile Radio.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7 Nation Army couldn't hold me back. They're gonna rip it off, taking their time right behind my back. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget
Seven Nation Army kicking off tonight's Game Boys here on Smile Radio. Welcome to the show. It's myself, Richie J. This is my second show of the day, funny enough. I came in earlier and I was doing a Richie J show from 1 till 3. Back again on Monday. But yeah, I'm here with the Game Boys this evening. I'm going to bring them in now, giving them the 30-second warning just so they know to drop the bad language as soon as they get on air. Hey, guys, how's it going?
We don't know what you're talking about.
Hey.
Oh,
we're good boys.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
So,
Come on, lads.
So have they had enough of you then?
Well, you know, on that
If it's
note...
your second show.
Yeah, it's the second show of the day, you know. That's why, we'll notice a significant listener decrease compared to the afternoon or the evening and that. But yeah. So, guys, tonight we're talking zombie apocalypse. How are you feeling about talking about it? Are you all prepped and ready? Are you going to survive the situation? Military Mark will ask you first, because
Nope.
I've asked the other two guys first and that, you know.
Nope.
You
I'm
don't
gonna die quickly.
He's gonna die quickly. You know, this is the guy that, you know, he's in the army at the moment, and he's there to like, he's the first line of defense, and he's already saying, you know what, I'm just gonna die quickly. Oh hi guys. Oh hi Mark. You know, but yeah. So
Hi, guys.
Oh, bye guys.
without further ado, let's kick off the zombie scenario this evening. It's gonna be a lengthy debate, so I don't know how many, unfortunately, songs we'll try and get in there, but we'll try and get as many as we can in between the little bits of chat. We're gonna have some words from our sponsors. Gonna be talking about the summer plans, and we're going to kick off with the zombies. So yeah, guys, the zombie invasion has actually just happened. You've woke up, it's first thing in the morning, you notice that no one's around the house, and yeah, you open your window. We'll play the classic nod to Shaun of the Dead here. So you guys are all together, for example. We'll keep you all in the same house, and
Why?
yeah.
Was it a party?
Why do we have
Was
to
it
go
a
into
party?
that backstory? You know,
Please tell me it was a party.
no, it was just
Yeah, come on.
It was some sort of like private orgy that you guys had all hooked up that you didn't tell me about, and yeah, that's
Sounds like a
you
I
know.
don't
Yes.
know what one of those is.
It's a party to me.
This is late night lineup, by the way, so yeah, be prepared. You might get offended as the show goes on. But yeah, no, you guys are all in the same house. You've woken up. It is the Shaun of the Dead, Day of the Dead has happened, and yeah, there's someone in your back garden. Now, you know, you don't really know what's going to obviously happen at first, because, you know, there's nothing
Oh,
wrong.
we know who that is.
Who's going to be the zombie in the back garden?
Dark Fusion 49.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Well-
a guy in the garden.
Alright, well, for argument's sake, we'll call him Dark Fusion 49, yeah. He's turned up because he's not happy that we've not been mentioning him for the last few weeks and that, but yeah. So, first reaction to seeing him in the garden. I mean, you know, it's a bit weird that he's in your back garden, because he's the guy that comes to the front door. So, you know, we'll say we're at Jam's house, for example, because Jam's the closest one to Dark Fusion 49. Yeah. What's your first reaction to seeing him in your back garden, looking a little bit like messed up?
I'd scratch me head.
You'd scratch Mark would scratch his head. All right, cool. You wouldn't
You
even
would
like
scratch my head or...
scratch his head, innit? Yeah.
No,
See how he is.
scratch my head.
How you doing, buddy? Ticka 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 ticka. You know, one of those ones, isn't it? But yeah. So, you know, all right. This is gonna get interesting. So, you know, you realise at this point he's a zombie. You know, so yeah, it's happening. The moment that you've been prepping for in video games and stuff has finally happened. What's your first reaction to seeing a zombie? What would be your first thought at seeing a zombie? Johnny, we'll go to you. What's your first instinct with it?
I'm gonna grab the records and start chucking them at him.
It's first straight in there, yeah. Just grab. So you're admitting you still got some vinyl. You got some vinyl there somewhere, yeah.
I'm sure Jam does.
Oh, Jam's got some vinyl somewhere, you know. But Jam.
Oh, yeah, because we're
Well, we're
mine, I
at his
forgot.
house, so I can't use stuff. Of
Oh,
mine,
that's
can
right.
I?
Yeah. Sorry, I'd even forgot we're at his house. Shit, memory loss, isn't it?
You
But
don't
yeah.
have any, do you?
Jam, what's your take on it? Seeing your old mate Dark Fusion 49, he's a zombie. You know, he's not gonna. He's gonna be the first one you see of many today. And you know, this is a realization
him?
here. Can you keep him?
Yeah. Put him in the shed.
You put him in the shed
Keep him
like
as a
innit?
pet.
Yeah. See if you can train him to play Xbox and stuff. But yeah, right, cool.
Yeah.
So
I mean, then I'll have an Xbox.
you know, obviously you flicked on the news a little bit, and they're saying to you, right, the zombie apocalypse has happened. You got to stay into your homes. Now it's interesting that you're saying you'd want to keep him as a pet, because you know, in the zombie films, the first thing that everybody goes to do is to try and kill them. I mean, yes, admittedly, a zombie's first instinct in a movie is to try and eat somebody. But at any point, there could be a cure for this. So somebody who was alive once bitten could technically still be, you know, brought back if there was a cure.
Revived.
Because it's a virus at the end of the day. So it's like at the same time it's necrosis, and you can get necrosis while you're living. you know. But yeah, the zombie virus, or well, yeah, we'll call it a virus in this instance because there's many things that could bring in a zombie, I guess. Rage-infected monkeys, space asteroids, rabies, yeah, space monkey rabies and stuff, you know. But yeah, it's a virus.
Shizzle.
Yeah, some sort of genetic experimentation, you know, gone wrong. But yeah, at the same time, it is a virus. So, you know, keeping him might actually be a good idea because, you know, at some point you could bring him back. Would you want to bring him back, though?
We
That's
can
the question.
experiment
on him. Yes.
Oh, you're going to go with the experimentation?
I like
Okay.
Jam's theory about
What, keeping him in the shed?
Oh, Johnny.
experimentation.
Oh, I don't even want to know what kind of experimentation you're thinking because you put a really, like, sexual tone on that, Mark. I'm going to throw it out there. I know it's 9 o'clock and that, but yeah.
Well, it is Mark.
Yeah, you know.
To be fair, I got the blue latex gloves.
Oh, okay. Say no more, buddy. Say no more.
I don't want to know why.
It's probing time.
So, you know, also, with this happening, because, you know, you don't know how long it's going to happen for. So, the other thing is, are you going to listen to the news, which is telling you to stay indoors, don't go out, you know, because obviously you're going to have supplies in the house.
I'll get my friends, get my family, go to the pub, and wait for it to blow over.
Go straight to the Winchester and wait for it to blow over. The typical Shaun of the Dead response, isn't it? But no, in the real situation, what would be your first port of call? Because, you know, you can't hold out in a pub because, again, limited supplies. You're going to need the essentials in this if you think about it. You're going to need a fresh source of water.
Golf club.
You're not sure if the water is obviously
Cricket bat.
part of the reason that the zombie virus could come because you don't even know what's caused it yet. It could be bloodborne, it could be airborne, it could be, you know, possibly a pathogen in the water. So you're going to need it could even be like in the food or the products that we're using. We don't actually know what's in there. So it's going to shift the whole global perspective a little bit, I think, you know, that what we're used to is going to obviously have to change a little bit. And, you know, you're going to have to go somewhere where you can get a generator because there's going to be no electric. Who's going to man the electric stations and stuff until stuff's calmed down?
Me.
Matt, look, listen to him. He's straight up on it. He's straight up on it. So, Johnny, I'll go over to you for a minute here. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, what is your first, like, 3 steps of strategy here?
Get a car that works. Get some sort of weapon, probably my bow.
Listen to him. He's already Daryl Dixon. Yeah, he's got a bow.
Then head to work.
How would you get a bow to Norwich? Be honest.
He's from Middlesbrough. He carries it everywhere with him, don't you know? Cool.
It's like, oh, Johnny, where you got a bow? Comes around a couple of days earlier. Oh, just for certain occasions.
So Johnny could be. Johnny's the reason, isn't he? He's going to be like, this is going to be the twist of the story that it's actually Johnny that caused it. But yeah, so Johnny's got his bow. Yeah. He's going to get a car. And step 3, what is step 3?
Head to somewhere that's near a supermarket, but also defendable.
Oh, we can go Aldi.
Hence has shutters.
Oh, that's it. You see, like, taking reference to the classic zombie films like Dawn of the Dead, the survivors in that film, not the 2004, well, in the 2004 remake, but in the original, they all take refuge in a shopping centre because there's shutters, they have all the shutters down, and for a little while it holds off, but then obviously when there's no more room in hell, the dead shall walk the earth, and yeah, the zombies eventually get in, but there is a biker gang thrown in the mix as well, because you got to remember, at this point, it goes all Mad Max a little bit, doesn't it? Because, you know, the rules of law and order don't really apply anymore because the world's kind of going down into the 7th level of hell. So you're probably going to have to worry about the raiders. You know, raiders is something that, you know, you've seen it enough in common day when we had all the riots and all over the UK, about 7 years ago.
You said my first 3 steps. It doesn't mean I'm going to stay there forever.
I know, but, you know, I'm elaborating and expanding upon it. So, Jam, over to you. What's your first 3? What's your first 3 steps this evening?
First 3 steps. Step 1. Look outside. Obviously, you want to see who's outside, how many of them are there.
Mm-hmm.
Step 2. Head to Aldi.
Mm-hmm.
Get as much supplies as you can.
Yep.
And because it's Aldi, they've got special buys.
They've got special bows.
Special buys.
Oh, special buys, yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, but you're not buying nothing at this point, are you? Because it's pretty much a grab and go, isn't it?
But it doesn't matter. They're called special buys no matter whether you steal them or not.
Oh. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So you're stealing your special buys of that, yeah? So you got to Aldi and that. Okay. Mark, what's your 3 steps?
Definitely,
You did too.
definitely a cricket bat.
Cricket bat. Okay. All right. Sorry. Just on that
Yeah.
note.
Where'd you
Sorry.
get one from?
I've got 4 of them at home.
He's off to Aldi to get them special boys, isn't it? But yeah, Jab.
You're
Sorry.
going home then.
What was your step 3 then? What was step 3?
Well,
You're putting me
right,
on the
that was
spot
step
now, I'm
1.
not sure.
No, I'm talking to Jam because he said he got to 2 steps. You know, it's getting confusing now, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Richie's just forgetting about me.
I know.
Again.
It's because I thought you'd gone for your tea, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, you're funny.
But
That
okay.
was time.
That was funny, Mark.
But yeah, step 3. What was Jam's step 3 then?
1 sec, that was just really weird.
Okay. Right. Excuse me.
Okay, step 3. Probably go somewhere secure.
Somewhere secure.
You know.
A good take. A good choice.
It's like a library.
A library. A library.
Describe somewhere secure.
It's just
The
described.
library only has one big door.
Yeah, but it's a glass door, and if you like libraries
not.
generally have like windows, lots of windows.
Library's like a full-on bolted door.
A full-on bolted door. Yeah, but still, enough brute force and it will smash the door. So you know, there's still that you're gonna have to think long-term game strategy. And Mark, your
This is long-term.
step 2 and 3. Fire it away.
Step 2 would go along the same lines as Jam. Go to the shop, pack food.
Go get myself a panda pop.
Yep.
Yes.
And then, see, I'd probably head to a cathedral.
What, are you gonna go pray to God?
No, but you know, just sit in the tower.
He's gonna go say
quietly.
hi to those priests.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
you know that deal that we made about the end of the world, Vicar? Well, that time's come, I guess, you know. But on that note, I think we should
Yeah.
shift over to our next song of the evening. I've picked this one. This is out of our undiscovered playlist. This is Dead at 27, an absolutely fantastic band. I figured the name suited the title this evening as we're talking about getting zombified and stuff. And the title is actually called Freak. I'm going to dedicate this one to you, Mark, this evening. This one's just for you, buddy. But yeah, this is
Sweet.
Freak by Dead at 27.
Lady, can we pick up this ride again? Dehydrated from the salt in the air, I swear. It never ends with you, I swear. It never ends with you, I swear. she leaves it on repeat. Cause these rules are meant to be broken.
you go. We had a little bit of a triple play there this evening in theme with the GameboyZ getting Zombiefied. If you've missed the intro to the show so far, don't worry, I'll play it for you again right now if you bear with me. Got to find it now. Oh, I'm having a right moment again. It's one of those days, you look for something and you have it right there, and then you forget where you've put it, and then I've done that like 4 times today in my own show as well. But yeah, here we are.
If you like your chat hard and heavy, it's now time for the GameboyZ Get on Smile Radio. So sit back and join in the banter as the GameboyZ
Get Zombified.
That is right. Yes, the GameboyZ are getting Zombified. So far we've asked what plans are with regards to First Instinct. I'm going to bring the lads back in now. We're going to talk a little bit more about kind of what happens next. Okay, so welcome back, lads. How are we doing?
Doing good.
Very good.
Awesome. Now, you've obviously got your first little 3 steps out of the way. Now, you've got a little bit of supplies. You've got somewhere to go. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, now, again, nobody ever really knows what causes a zombie apocalypse. How would you feel about other groups and other groups of people in this situation? Groups of people that you don't know. So say you're on the road, because obviously you're going to be spending a lot of time on the road, a la Walking Dead, which spends most of its time walking and talking with not a lot of dead. But, how would you be around other people in this? Because again, this isn't really things that we sort of think, nobody sort of thinks about in this sort of situation. You've all got your plan, I'm going to do this, I'm going to lock myself into a thing. But, when it comes to dealing with other survivors, because the rules have changed, and I briefly touched upon this last time, it's more of a Mad Max situation. Everybody's going to be grabbing each for themselves. You're kind of going to be wary of people that are sneezing or that are ill, because, again, that could be another thing that's causing this outbreak and epidemic and that, So, Johnny, how would you feel around other groups at this point, once the zombie outbreaks happened?
I think to start off with, I'd probably be diplomatic. I'll try to be.
Try to be diplomatic. How does diplomacy work in Middlesbrough then? How would you be diplomatic with yourself?
It doesn't. Stop lying, Johnny.
So,
we're not all that bad.
I know, but you'd try and be like the noble kind of guy at first, and that, you give everybody a bit of a chance. That's fair enough. Mark, how would you feel around other people in this situation? People that you didn't know, you run into other groups of survivors there. Some of them are like, we should band together and that. How would you be? Would you want them to be banded with other people, or are you more of a lone wolf, or have you got your posse, or what is it?
Nah, the more the merrier in this a situation that we're in. But
but you gotta remember, the more you've got to feed.
Okay, well, right, yeah, exactly. Johnny makes a very good point there. The more that you bring on, the more you've got to feed. And obviously, in an apocalyptic situation, food is going to be scarce because, again, you don't know what's causing it. It could be something that you're eating. A few years ago, mad cow disease, that was a thing, wasn't it? That come from eating contaminated beef. We had bird flu epidemics and stuff, and they're all come from the foods that we eat and such. And, it's one of those ones that you never know what's really going to cause it. I mean, the likelihood of it happening in our lifetime, I'd probably say, is nil. Then again, I'll look out the window in about 10 minutes, and there'll be like a horde of zombies, sort of running out there, They're like, oh, turns out I was wrong, But, yeah, so, yeah, more mouths to feed and stuff. Mark's all about the group. Now,
you got work for your living.
Well, you got to work. That's a fair enough statement. So, they've started doing in The Walking Dead, they've got camps where the last surviving bundles of humanity gather together. They've all got tasks like farming and ironing and cooking and cleaning and looking after the children and stuff. I could see Mark as a great caregiver of the children. Not so much a cook, but maybe a caregiver of the children.
No, not a cook.
But Jam, in the event of the apocalypse and it's a zombie one, how would you feel around other people?
Bit wary,
You'd be a bit wary. Okay, that's a fair enough statement. What's the wariness about? Is it more about the contamination, or is it more about what they're going to do or how they're going to be? Because again,
I don't trust people.
He doesn't trust me. I don't like people. Yeah, no, that's a fair statement.
You trust me.
Well, that's up
just
to
about.
debate, yeah, but yeah, that's cool.
Depends whether you're female.
Okay, so you're all together here. So you come across a group of survivors at this point, and it's a group consensus. What's the consensus? Are you going to take on this? There's a group of 10. Let's say there's 10 people. You've got a group of 10. Now, are you going to stick with these people, or are you going to send them on the way, or what's the dealio here?
Well, it's only us 3,
yeah,
technically.
But the 10...
So I don't think we'd rather have another 10.
Yeah, but the 10 have already
Because then they
got
could overpower us.
supplies. They've got, they've got a generator. Because, some of these are prepped people and that. You're going to go with a Walking Dead scenario because they're kind of like one big family, aren't they? And they all start off with a camper van and cars and all of that sort of stuff.
To be fair, preppers do exist.
Yeah, so, you run into a group of preppers, okay, and the preppers are like, hey, do you guys want to come along with us? How would you feel all right with that?
I'll let one of the other ones decide.
Let's have the group consensus here. So we'll throw the vote out there. Jam, what's your answer on this? Are you joining the preppers or are you going alone?
Nah.
What's the nah?
I'm going to try and trade with them, but I'm not going with them.
Johnny's bartering but not trading. That's an interesting take. And Mark, what would be your consensus?
I'd agree with Johnny, to be fair.
So you'd want to barter and not trade?
Because you keep... Yeah, but you keep the circle small, then you know who you can trust and...
Very interesting.
That's pretty much what I've just said, but cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
A reiteration of Jam, but...
Wait, you just said nah.
Yeah, you did actually just say nah. It's one of those. But yes, and that's a very interesting notion
Yeah,
that you
because
guys
I want to keep it the fraud.
chosen to go down that road sort of first, that you'd rather barter with people than actually have to deal with the people. The interesting thing is, I was going to sort of throw you a curveball in that scenario had you gone with it. The curveball being that one of the group was actually ill, so you've dodged your first bullet of the evening there a little bit. So you guys have done all right so far. You're surviving. It's living the dream.
Yeah,
Now,
kept us alive. That's how you feel.
Obviously, we're Game Boys here, and the main reason we do these random, nonsensical scenarios is because we love to game. So let's talk games for a second. Zombie games. Everybody's got a favourite zombie game. Johnny, what's your favourite zombie game?
To be honest, I'd have to say Dying Light.
Dying Light, interesting concept. That's the one we all played together for a little while on the Xbox, wasn't it? Where you all sort of grouped together and you have to yeah. It's not a bad little game. I'm not really into the first person sort of zombie genre type games like that. And Dead Island, I couldn't really get into Dead Island because the first person thing throws me off. I've got really bad hand-eye coordination, so first person is not my bag, baby.
More of a State of Decay kind of guy, yeah?
Well, State of Decay, I gave that a go. Jam, what's yours? What's your preferred zombie game?
I'll probably have to go with Johnny because Dying Light was good.
Dying Light, right, okay, cool. And Mark, what's your preferred zombie game?
Like half an hour reaching for a sword.
State of Decay.
State of Decay. I remember the sword. I do remember the sword. So Mark's gone with State of Decay there, which is an interesting one again because it kind of fits in with the scenario that we're sort of role-playing this evening, whereas you've got a group of survivors and the decisions that you will make throughout the course of the game will actually impact the outcome of how many people survive. There's a sequel currently available in the Xbox Games Pass, but yeah, State of Decay, I think it's one that we might actually have to all give a visit because State of Decay 2's got multiplayer on it. So I think it'd be interesting to see how we all sort of did as a group of survivors in that sort of scenario then, because, it's one of those ones. Right, we've come up to the halfway point of the show. So, in traditional Smile Radio style, it's, of course, time for a word from one of our sponsors here at Smile Radio. Now, you could actually sponsor a show here at Smile Radio or get an advertisement here. Get in contact with Richard Harrison, and that's richard@smileradio.co. Just drop him an email, let him know what you're all about, and, be heard around the world, because over 60,000 listeners worldwide. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're probably benching more now, 70,000 listeners, looking at the last 30-day stats, which has been amazing. So first of all,
you don't lift, bro.
Well, sometimes. But yeah, here's a word from some of our sponsors.
College Grove Nursery in Wakefield has been providing the highest standard of childcare for over 22 years. Situated on Eastmoor Road, we are close to the M1 and M62 motorway network and also convenient for Wakefield city centre, schools and major places of employment. For more details, check out our website at www.collegegrovenursery.co.uk or give us a call on 01924 200 120 to arrange a visit. College Grove, a special nursery which takes a hand, opens a mind and touches a heart.
The Curtain Shop Ossett. For all your curtains, blinds and upholstery needs, visit our showroom at 9 Kingsway Ossett, WF5 8DA, or give us a call on 01924 283 284. Visit our website www.yorkshirecurtainshop.co.uk or look for the Curtain Shop on Facebook. the curtain shop opposite.
Hey, this is Jan Land here, and you can hear my new single Outside the Lines right here on Smile Radio. You can find more of my music at janlandhere.com.
Yes, welcome back. It's the GameboyZ here on Smile Radio this Wednesday night with the GameboyZ Get Zombiefied. Now, welcome back, GameboyZ. We're bringing you back into the mix for a moment. So, yeah, please obviously watch your language because it's live on air on Smile Radio. I know it's after 9 o'clock, though. So, yeah, Johnny's just itching to get that word dropped.
We forgot the thriller.
We forgot what?
We did. Thriller. We need a thriller.
What? The song Thriller?
Yeah.
Nah, that's David Dunne's Thriller, you know. It's a great tune in that, but it's one of these ones that, you know, everybody's heard Thriller. You know, we're edging out. We've picked some tunes that, you know, relate to the thing. I would have put Get Down with a Sickness, but we have played that a few times, and every time I play it, I accidentally play the full uncut version. So yeah, probably best to put that one in the list this evening. But yeah, so zombie apocalypse has happened. You guys have just survived the test number 1. On a side note, we've just talked a little bit about gaming. On a side note though, zombie apocalypse, you could actually go anywhere you wanted. Where would you want to go? Obviously you can fly into the UK a little bit because, you know, we're all stuck in the UK because there's no planes in or out. Where would you want to go, Johnny?
I'd probably go somewhere out in the sticks.
You're a man that's out in the sticks. Yeah. Right, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, like, we're going to get to that in the next segment, but I mean, you got a choice of places that you could go. Live in the Zombieland dream that you could go anywhere that you wanted to go in the UK without, like, care and consideration, you know. Where would you go?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I'd just head out into the sticks.
Mate, I'll be driving under the Eurotunnel to get out of the country, innit? That's where I'll be going.
Yeah, but you got to think how many people go through that a day.
I know, but you got to think, right? What I'm asking here is like the dream place that you'd like to go. Like in the UK, there's got to be like a place that you'd want to like go to in the event that the apocalypse happened. You're like, you know what? I'm not going to live through all of this. I want to go somewhere where, you know, I'm going to enjoy myself at least once. Where's that place for you?
Probably London.
I'd still be in the countryside.
The big capital.
You'd go to London, probably the most densest packed zombie place there is in the UK at the time. Okay.
You shot down my first one, which is where there is no people. So
I know, but I was like thinking like more Alton Towers or something like that, a theme park where you got like a bit of barricaded, taking a Zombieland and that. But yeah, no, London. Yeah, okay.
Too much noise.
Yeah, but theme parks are packed as well.
I guess, but you know,
It's not that packed.
The outbreak could have happened at like 6 a.m. before the park opened, so there might not be anybody there. You know, you might be alright. Alton Towers as well out of the way. You know, you could easily spend. I mean, you'd have the people in the hotels to deal with, but you got to think that's not that many people, really, is it? You know, so if there's some of them are still alive.
In fact, how many times has that been done in a zombie film or something?
Yeah, but I'm talking like you personally. I mean, I'd want to go to be fair, I want to go to Legoland. I think that'd be the one sort of theme park I'd want to go to. If you know,
I'd go to Harry Potter Land. There we go.
Oh, we're gonna Johnny's fired. Next week we've got a new slot for the GameboyZ. Yeah, come join the crew. Jam, where would you want to go? Like dream location in the event of the apocalypse, where would you want to
go? Let's go Derby.
Quite a nice little place is Derby. Yeah, that's cool. Mark?
Derby's quite a nice place, quite spacious.
I'll go to the Brecons.
Okay, the Brecons, right? Okay, so you know, Johnny briefly touched upon it in this segment where he said he would go to the sticks. We're going to talk about that with the guys in the next segment because the next segment's all about survival. Now, before I play the next song, we're going to talk about a bit about the summer project that we're sort of talking about at the moment. Now, we're talking about the 4 guys, 4 nights, 4 challenges, 4 bands across the UK. We're actually in the works of planning a little podcasting event, a podcasting exclusive adventure where we travel to 4 different parts of the UK, meet up with 4 bands along the way, and we get these guys to complete 4 challenges. Now, I've been working on the idea of challenges. I've got like 3 out of the 4. One of them, we said sort of an escape room, but I'd want to do like a LARPing event with zombies. Now we've sort of talked about it. Survivalist skills, so we'd spend a night camping. That's one of the other challenges. Another night would be finding the cheapest hotel in a city where we're going to. And yeah, number 4 is the mystery one. But yeah, because we're all dotted all over the place, the idea's come about that, you know, we've got musicians in each part of our country. Why don't we just make it a road trip? Possibly talking about the road to download, you know, because we're all on about getting down to download this year.
Yeah, man, 100%.
So yeah, so right, we're going to talk about the survivalist side of it next after some Bad Wolves and Zombie. Right here, right now, it's the Game Boys on Wednesday night here at Smile Radio.
In your head, they are dying.
Abandoned Ship by After the Ashes, and before that was Bad Wolves and Zombie. Ha 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 ha. You like in between the song and that, you missed it because I could have dipped them in, but it wouldn't have been right because they're out of sync from the song. But you missed a beautiful rendition from the GameboyZ. Now, hopefully in the future they will be getting back up on Mixer, so you'll be able to catch the sideways banter while they're like the music's playing on Mixer if you're a gamer, because we're all about the games here at Smile Radio. Going to bring the GameboyZ in this evening because the GameboyZ are about to get zombified here on Smile Radio. How are we doing, lads?
Sweet.
I'm
still good. Still alive.
Still alive. So you've still barely alive. You just survived your first encounter with some zombie preppers who had an ill person on board. Next question: what would you do in the event of a zombie apocalypse? Would you be, because you'd obviously have to be on the move, would you camp and be out in the wilderness, or would you hole up somewhere from place to place? What would you do? Would you burrow in, or would you camp out?
Sleep in a tree. Camp in a tree.
Hold up somewhere.
See, that's very interesting that you both got two very different answers there. Mark's going to sleep in a tree.
Yes.
And Johnny's going to hole up somewhere. Now, Jam, what would you do in this situation?
In this situation, I don't know.
You don't know. Right.
I'm gonna follow Johnny into the sticks.
It's a tough decision in that. I mean, Johnny, you said that's your game plan here is to get out into the sticks. Now, into the sticks to me would be somewhere like Scotland, up in the Highlands, like rocky terrain, stuff that's hard for the living dead to sort of climb and stuff.
Right.
There's two types of zombies. Well, there's multiple types of zombies now, I guess. But in cinema lore, originally we had slow zombies like from Night of the Living Dead. And now we've kind of evolved a little bit to the runners. So in this, I'd kind of go with a scenario that the runners are you freshly bitten and you're sort of straight up freshly turned, because necrotic flesh, it will slow you down after a while. So I figured you'd run, but the more you decompose, the slower you get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
makes logical sense.
It makes logical sense that you'd want to go somewhere like out in the sticks to sort of get away from it all. It's cool. Kind of like what they did with the original 28 Days Later. They kind of end up in the sticks at the end of that. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it's one of those. It's probably one of the safest places to be. Is the furthest away from anybody really in that sort of situation. Now, scenario 2 of the evening. You guys are on the way to your location. Obviously, there's a bit of a dispute here. So, Mark, what would you do in the consensus here that the guy's like, we should hole up, and you're like, I should sleep in a tree? Are you going to go with the guys, or are you going to sleep in your tree?
My next question is, how do you sleep in a tree?
Yeah, that is a pretty... You can do it.
You've got to
possible.
look for the right branches.
But yeah, would you go with the guys?
Like, we'll see Mark fall down a tree like 10 minutes later.
Watch this, guys.
See, I'd still sleep in a tree, but it'd be close to them.
You'd be like,
sticks,
so would that make
you still have trees in that round?
See, you've already defined yourself a little bit, because you're kind of going to be the sentry of the group here, because you're the first port of call now, because you're in the tree. Them guys are holed up.
We're dead, Jam.
Yeah. He's the guy that's going to be
I
looking
think we're
out.
perfectly fine.
Hey guys, the zombies are coming. We know they're already attacking us. So scenario 2, in that event, that Mark is now your sentry. Mark's fallen asleep in his tree, and the zombies have got through throughout the night. Yeah.
That wouldn't happen. Yeah.
So throughout the night now, Mark's waking up because he's seeing them. They've missed him. They've missed him because he's up in his tree. But they're coming through the town and that. So they're getting closer to you guys. And old sentry's like, yeah, they're coming. So you're doing well. You fight your way out because you've got your provisions and that. Now you've traded with the other preppers, and you know how preppers are. They over prep. So you've probably got some decent swag out of that. If they think that you guys are on the level, which you generally are. So you've done all right. However, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 3. Think of pick me a number. Jam.
2.
You went 2.
No, 2 is my number.
Yeah, 2's Jam's number. So yeah, pick a number, Johnny.
1 and 3.
1 and 3, yeah.
1.
Okay,
3.
Mark gets 3 by default.
Gotta have the last
okay,
number.
so number 3.
You have to have it, Mark.
3 gets bitten. 3, you've just been bitten. You're the red shirt of the crew, so you've just been bitten on the arm.
Sick, boys.
So
Cheers.
In a tree.
Yeah. Oh no, he's got down from his tree and he's trying to help you guys out a little bit, but because he slacked a little bit, you know, he got overwhelmed trying to get back to you guys, and yeah, he's got a little bit of a chunk missing out of his arm. But you know, you all banded back together and that. Now you've got a choice to make, because there's always a moment in these sort of in the films and stuff and in the series where somebody gets bitten. Now you can either try and save him, which would mean you've got to amputate his arm, or it's a straight up.
Yep.
You can either leave him be for dead, because you know he's gonna. You know, zombie law alone dictates he's been bitten now, so he's gonna change. Or you could just kill him. So you got a choice. You can either hack off the arm, take him with you, or you know, leave him be, or basically end it quick for him. What's it gonna be?
Time to a tree and leave him.
Time to the tree and leave him. That's Johnny's response. That's.
I reckon. Right.
It depends how the infection works.
Well, you know, because again, you don't really know, but it's one of those. It's like you got to think how an infection kind of spreads. You generally, if it's like a transmitted virus, it will be from the point of entry. So from the bite, as long as you cordon off the bite, I mean, you'd have to be pretty quick, because you got to think how quick blood flows around the body and that. I mean, as long as you could hack the arm and cauterize it, you'd probably be all right. Maybe, to be fair. But again, it depends on how quick the infection spreads throughout his blood flow, because the blood moves around the body super quick. So either way, if it's a blood transmitted infection, he's kind of going to be a little bit.
On them sort of things, you get tablets and that can slow your blood rate down and stuff.
So there's
Where are we going to get these tablets from, Mark?
Blood.
Okay, so that's cool.
Well, because you've all got your supplies.
Yeah.
Does anyone actually gone to a pharmacy here?
Well, you know, you've gone through a town, so I'm
No
sure you've
pharmacy
probably
in
gone
Aldi.
through the pharmacies and stuff along the way. Yeah, there's no pharmacy in Aldi, sorry, Mark. But, you know, it's an interesting
still
point
tablets.
that, you know, there's tablets that you can take that will slow your blood rate down, but it's whether or not you can get it quick enough. So you've really got a decision to make between you three. Is he staying, is he going, or is he dying? What, you know?
And when was he bitten as well?
He was bitten in the fight, so he was
Because
bitten.
you got to think we were getting out of the town, so
It was
there's already been some time now.
We'll say there's been about 10 minutes between the bite and you getting out of town, just to keep it fair.
Well, he's dead already.
Johnny, I have an idea. We keep him.
You're gonna keep him
as a pet.
Cut off his fingers. Remove his teeth.
I'll just cave your head in.
Right, okay, so you know, you left Rhino back in Norwich. He's your pet in the shed. He's your head. And now, Mark, you're gonna just say, yeah, what's the choice here? Is it, you know, Jam's like we should keep him as a pet. Johnny's like we should tie him to a tree. Mark, give us a good reason as to why you should live here, bud. Come on, you gotta bring it back for us here.
Technically live.
Yeah, technically live.
Yeah, I mean, that's all there is, really. I've died quickly in most scenarios. So if I'm going to
Very
die,
painless.
I'm just going to have to full on commit.
But again, you're not realising that, again, you've kind of overstepped what I said
You
at the
could
beginning.
leave and cut your own arm off.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the other
That's
option
true.
is...
I can give you a spoon.
Is that there could be a cure at some point. Again, you don't know what's happened here, and there could be a cure to this. So, again, it's like, you got to think, if you're killing freshly bitten people that are turned, it's kind of murder, because at the same time, if there's a cure for it, it's like you just killed somebody.
They're still
You could've
technically
killed them.
alive until the point
Where's the
of
law to
turning.
tell you that?
Where's
Where are the police?
Well, there is no police at this point, because it's all gone like
Exactly.
Radio Gaga, isn't it?
But
You
the law
know?
still
Who's to say it's against the law?
Okay, so Jam's gone full on Mad Max Maniac right now. That's cool. Okay, we know where we stand with Jam. That's fine. See, I ask these questions each week because I figure that in the event that any of these scenarios happen, I know which of you guys to stick with. So far, if we went to prison, I'd stick with Johnny. Jam, sorry, I'm just out the other way. You know, Mark, you know, I'm not ready for that.
Wow.
If we got lost, I'd still stick with Johnny because he managed to navigate his way. Apart from the point where it's like, hey, you can leave the island, I'd be like, yeah, sure, swell. See you guys later. Enjoy life. You know. And if we went into a haunted house, you know, again, you all did all right with that because that was kind of a more grounded sort of like scenario where, you know, you sort of got to meet with experts, which again is something that we want to try and do for the GameboyZ Get F-worded, the special that we're going to do with the podcast, you know. So yeah, we're playing these scenarios for a reason each week. We've got some interesting ones coming up. Time travel could be one in the next few weeks, but obviously again we can't arrange a time travel visit. I mean, if if somewhere in the future we can arrange a time travel visit, please just
Year
drop
3000.
us a message
Let's
and
go
let
now.
us know. Yeah, at Smile Radio Yorkshire on Facebook. At
I
Smile
went
Radio 3.
to the year 3000.
On Twitter and Instagram. There you go.
Please
got
never
Johnny.
sing again.
Yeah, please stop killing the listeners. There we go. We just lost all of the listeners. We're back to zero
Because I
again.
drowned underwater.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so, you know, are we taking Mark or are we leaving Mark? What's the plan here? You know, you haven't actually made a solid plan yet. So, Mark.
We'll cut his arm off.
You're going to cut his arm off and you're going to keep him along. Okay.
Wait, and make him live, or what?
Well, you know, he's still going to cut his arm off, even though, you know, you could, even if he turned it, it could be a cure at some point. Because if you cut his arm off, it's not guaranteed that he's not going to be like.
I'm not taking a zombie with me.
You just have to take his teeth and his fingernails, isn't it? You know, that's all you got to do. Jam's already on that. Jam's on that tip already, isn't it? You know, so, yeah. So Mark, yeah, you're getting tagged along with the Game Boys.
Yep.
Armless, so he's now harmless. Mark, you know, he's a nice guy, really. But yeah, so.
Well, no, he still has one arm.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, but no nails.
He's got. You're gonna take the nails just in case. He's still gonna take the teeth as well, just in case he does sort of turn, because you know there could be that moment. You know.
Of course we are.
Yeah, dental work ahoy. So.
I'll be honest. Is there any point in me living? It'll just make extra stress, you know.
Yeah, but you know, you'll be alright. You can come back. You'll be all cured. They'll give you some.
Yeah, but we'd have to mash up his food.
Yeah, but they give him some falsies after the apocalypse and stuff's ended and that. You can have some
Yeah,
falsies
that's
and
after though.
a prosthetic arm. Yeah, it's just a couple of months of discomfort otherwise, isn't it? You know, you'll be alright. People have lived with it a lot longer than a couple of months, mate. You know, so it's just kind of like.
Yeah, we can get you a robotic arm as well.
It's a period of adjustment. I don't know though. The robotic slabs, they're probably all dead and gone, mate, in the zombie apocalypse. So I don't know. It depends if there's a.
Can still get him one of those old style ones.
After the
Just a
zombies,
piece of wood.
it's the Terminators, isn't it? You know, yeah. So get him a limp woody one. Yeah, get him a woody. There we go. So yeah, we're gonna have some more new music now, and then we're gonna come back with another scenario. This is the Game Boys here on Wednesday nights on Smile Radio, as we are every Wednesday. We're talking about the zombie apocalypse this evening. These guys are obviously prepped to the from balls to the walls, you know. So the next one on the list is Glass Galaxy. This is by Inner Circle Avenue. Rocking out with the Game Boys Wednesday nights here on Smile Radio.
your skin pales. It's a durable promise of your heart fails. A focal point round the weakest link. Mute your dreams with a casual drink. Appealing dope and perfect view. In alarming ways, evolution drives you. Casual drive. Casual drive. Replacing dreams with massive fear. It appears to me now when it's so clear. In scorn, darkness, and growing gloom. I know it's not your finest costume. Specific freedom in a soaring mind. Hours from now you'll be left behind. 'Cause someone moved on with sea lies. And this is a tune for lonesome guys. Casual drive. Casual drive. It's immeasurable violent storm. In this shelter you'll be safe and warm. Beneath the surface in a dizzy state. Only darkness will cure alarming hate. Specific freedom in a soaring mind. Hours from now you'll be left behind. 'Cause someone moved on with sea lies. This is a tune for the lonesome guys. Casual drive. Casual drive. Casual drive. Casual drive. So this is what they call happiness. So this is what they call happiness.
Sail by Summer there, and Casual Drive. Before that was Glass Galaxy and Inner Circle Avenue. Welcome back, it's the Game Boys here for the next 15 minutes. So we've got 15 minutes of the show left already. It's come down to the end of another show, pretty much.
Flies by these days.
I know, it just does fly, but
It
we're going to
does
have to
fly
look
by.
at getting back into the 2-hour mark again, I think, soon. You know, with so much stuff to talk about.
Might have to.
You know, you might have to spread these
Yeah.
like specials out to 2-parters and stuff, you know what I mean? But yeah, so we're talking Zombie Apocalypse this evening. The guys have now got military Mark bitten because he decided to sleep in a tree while the guys sort of like barricaded themselves up.
Even though my tactical ability is a lot better than theirs.
Because you hate it. I know your tactical ability is supposed to be better, but you know at the same time you slept in a tree, dude, and you let the
Really?
zombies break through the watch. So you know something went wrong somewhere, didn't it? You know, just saying. But yeah. So Mark's been bitten.
They're lazy and don't want to take the slack as well.
The guys
I don't do the
kindly
work.
decided that they were going to remove his fingernails, his zombie bitten arm, and his teeth. I think was the consensus. So old Gumdrops here with his one no-fingered hand, you know, is with the group happy as Larry. I'm all happy because I've got my gums, but he's still not turned. It's been 48 hours since he's been bitten as well. So you know, I think you guys might have saved his life. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so.
I noticed that there was a lack of like enthusiasm there with that. All right, so the final.
If he saved my life, I'm gonna headbutt him.
For the final section of the night is like, you know, Well, you get to one place, and you find that there's other survivors in this place. Now, we're going to take this one straight from the annals of The Walking Dead, and you can smell there's freshly cooked meat there. It's all freshly plucked. There's a farm and everything.
Oh, so the cannibals then.
All right, spoiler alert.
Has to be. Yeah.
But yeah,
well, we all know where this goes.
You're walking into the camp, and it turns out that they're all cannibals. But they're going to give you a choice. You can either eat with them or be eaten by them. There's kind of loads of them, so you're kind of outmanned and outgunned and that. So it's kind of a tough choice.
And out-armed.
Yeah, and well.
Well, you are.
I mean, I suppose you could always propose a trade. Here's our finest ass. Take him. He's yours. Eat away.
Yeah. Yes. Let's do it, Jam.
They all die.
So yeah.
We just take their place, take all their things.
Well, this is the thing, you see, because like this is the thing. So
Actually, I've got one.
Go on, Johnny. Go with it.
Just tell him that Mark was betting.
Yeah, but then that's the case that they straight up shoot him. Now, here's the thing. You guys have seen 28 Weeks Later, haven't you? Surely?
Yeah.
Well, if you remember,
the
mum's kind of immune to it, but it's in her blood, or it's in her tears or something. So when matey boy gets a bit of her tear on him or something, that's what sort of turns him over and that, right? So it could be a case that Mark's like one of them. So why didn't you just say to him, like, try a bit of this arm. We saved it from... and then just sort of see if they get infected from it, because that's the one way. You've got some...
Well, Mark did say he was going to keep his arm.
You've got Mark, who's like bad meat at this point, and he's kind of like a tool, maybe a distraction for you. So it's one of these that you've got a choice that you could either offer him up, you could either join the cannibals, you could try and fight your way through it. I don't think that would really end too well, to be honest with you guys. I mean, Mark's tactically trained, but you've already cut his arm off and taken his teeth out. It's not like he can shout you for help and give you some cover fire, is it? Because Jab's all like, let's take his digits as well, So, yeah. So, you kind of put yourself in that situation. So, if it came down to the bare necessities of it, and you was forced into a position where you'd have to eat human flesh, which I know it's kind of a play on where the zombies go, because, zombies, they eat human flesh to live.
I have an issue.
You're vegan.
No.
You have no teeth and no fingers.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. What's his issue? What's the issue?
No teeth.
Oh yeah, well, they could always blend it up for you. I mean, to be fair, To be fair, I mean, it's pretty obvious that you've been bitten because you've got no fingers and no teeth. So I think, to be fair, their response would be just to probably bust a cap in you anyway, bud. To be honest, because I mean, it's bad meat, isn't it? I mean, they could try and eat it. I mean, how long ago was you bitten? Well, 48 hours ago. Well, it still could be alright. But at the same time, you're also bad meat. I mean, would you eat a steak if you knew the steak was infected?
What kind of steak?
Only the best. It's only ribeye, the finest cut.
Oh,
yes, please.
Sirloin.
See, there you go. So it's one of those tough decisions that anybody would have to make in an apocalyptic situation. And I'm not saying that in the that's why you get baby food, Mark. They'd probably stop by shops and grab you jars of baby food. That's all pasted up and stuff. You'd be all right. You get the nutrients.
Or with a drive-by too.
Yeah, that's it. But in a zombie apocalypse, we never know what's really going to happen here, and it's one of these that you get people that prep for it, and they do spend like a lot of money and a lot of time prepping for these doomsday scenarios, and zombies being one of them. Now, is it true? Because I heard this in the army, Mark. There is like a contingency plan for zombies. Have you heard of this being like an army recruit?
Not. There's probably more MI6 bases than very fragile information.
You can neither confirm nor deny that. There you go. The man with the conspiracies that can. Military Mark. Bring it to your ears every Wednesday. He does not know.
I have an idea.
He does not care. But yes, Sam, your idea, mate.
Why don't we just raid Mackey's?
What, you're going to hold up in the Mackey's? Yeah, that's a plan.
Cook?
We've got, exactly. We've got the
best. Or we just go for a chicken korma.
No, I don't really think
I Mackey's.
I really want to eat anything too runny, because you got to think you're going to see a lot of entrails and a lot of stuff like that. Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of going to put me off of runny food from the go.
The last thing I want to do is get caught on the shooter.
Yeah, on the pooper. Nearly, Johnny. Nearly dropped it.
Doesn't matter for me.
He's done really well. We've got 10 minutes to go as well.
So Macca's, yeah.
Right, so we're going to come back after one more song this evening. This is The Blinders and Brave New World. You've been listening to the Game Boys. We're going to be back after this to say our goodbyes. We'll be back in a bit.
It's a brave new world. It's a trip. It's a brave new world. It's a brave new world. It's a brave new world. It's a brave new world.
Brave New World by the Blinders. Welcome back, it's the Game Boys, and we've come to the end of the show. Can you believe it? Another week, another show over and done with. And, you know, we'll be back next week with a new scenario. So, you know, from me, Richie J, I will catch you again on Friday night with Mr. Jonathan Edwards with the Renegade Rock.
You certainly will.
Radio. Now, we've got an action-packed lineup ready for Friday, I believe. I've got some music to go into the mix still. I've got some great music to throw in there. I'm thinking...
I've got a few to drop in there.
I know, and I'm thinking even the next couple of weeks, we might even do our own little featured artist of each week for the Renegade Rock Hours. You know, just a rock act, a pure adrenaline-filled rock act, which you can check out on the website. Now, don't forget, this year is the year of the independent artist here at Smile Radio. If you're an independent musician and you'd like a free music promo, get in contact with us. Richie.johnston@smileradio.co. That's RITCHIE.JOHNSTON at smileradio.co. If you've missed that, catch us again on demand on Spotify, iTunes, Podbean, www.smileradio.co/on-demand. It's just that easy. Good night from me. Over to you, Johnny. I'll let you do your little throw-out bit.
Alright, I'll catch you on Friday. Have a good night, and I hope you're ready to rock.
Are we gonna do the old H the
Hasta la vista.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Over to you, Jam. You can give your big outro this evening.
Yeah, have a nice evening, and probably see you next Wednesday.
I'll see you next Tuesday, Jam. And Mark, over to you.
I bet you will.
Peace out, people. I should hopefully survive soon.
Hopefully he'll be back next week. A little bit gummier, a little bit fingerless, but he'll be there playing with his feet every week here on the Game Boys. You've been listening to the Game Boys. We're going to end the show this evening.
I don't want to know what he does with his feet.
that is a subject for another show. We're going to end the show with some Avenged Sevenfold. This is Not Ready to Die. Rocking out with the Game Boys. This Wednesday night, you've been absolutely fantastic. This is Smile Radio.